Hi friends, Andy Vegan. I make a juice today, a vegetable juice. That means I take the veggies and the fruit and remove the fiber by juicing them. If you don't have a juicer, you can take also a blender, blend everything with a little bit of water and then filter. So a fine filter or nut milk bag, micro sieve. They also get a juice. I prefer the juicer, of course, when you have one. So, and the second thing is juicing vegetables means you have some um, mainly or oftentimes a little bit bitter ingredients, that's the veggies, because of the high mineral content usually. And to make it delicious, I would use it together with fruit, basically sweet and sour, less minerals, more vitamins, and so the different flavor. So to balance the bitter, the earth flavor with the sweet and sour fruit, that is the magic for the secret to make a delicious vegetable juice. That's the basics, yeah. And rule of thumb is just simply 1 part veggies, 1 part fruit. From there you can make little small changes, make it sweeter or so. So today I have a red beet and a kale. That's one of the most powerful juices at all, I know. I have here a beautiful beet, crunchy and crisp, and some kale leaves. Yeah, beet and kale, red and green juices. Yeah, together these are really powerful. By itself, they are powerful. Beet juice here is enhances the endurance if you want to work out an hour or so before the workout, and it works. You can measure it, and this is the most energetic food we have. Kale. There is no other one with more nutrients. Kale is really full of bursting with nutrients, all kinds. Even protein is there. Everything. Really cool. And both have a very strong flavor, very characteristic, and both together even more. It's a complex flavor with much power. It boosts the energy. It's a refresher and makes some more endurance. But it's not so easy to make it delicious. But the easiest way, I found a very simple way to do veggie juices of all kinds is with 3 kinds of very common fruit. Apples, pears, and oranges together. Wonderful, nicely balanced juice. And in this case, I have a little bit more of the pear. The pear is usually the sweet part, the sweetest part of these kind of juices, apple, pear, orange juices. And the pears are the sweet one. The orange can be a little bit bitter and sour, and also sweet, yeah. But it can be, depends on what kind of orange you have. There are other elements to it. And the apple is usually the balanced one. Sweet and sour balance is an apple. That is what it's known for. So we have all kinds of fruit here, 3 kinds of fruit, and the pear one is the sweetest one here. And I prefer a little bit more sweetness in this one. You can always make some changes, more orange, more apple, whatever you like. Here I take more pear because of the other ingredients, especially the kale. Like a little bit more sweetness, they are very powerful, as I said. And the beet also, the pear makes the beet delicious. Well, my first easy beet juice was pear and beet. Yeah. Immediately you have the beet flavor without the scratching in the throat. Beet has oxalates, that mean unsoluble salts. They turn into unsoluble salts in the body, and this unsoluble salt can cause kidney stones and scratching in the throat and these kind of things. Not a really big problem when you're healthy, when your kidneys are okay, when you're a plant-based whole food diet, then you shouldn't have to worry about oxalates. They are in all kinds of greens and veggies. Oxalates are everywhere. We just don't overuse it. That's it. But beet has not so much. For the flavor, they are a little bit a concern because you need to balance it to get the scratching away. Beet juice by itself doesn't work. To me, that's clear. So I have to use a pear. So that's the general idea of this juice. And I have made this juice before, the kale beet juice. I have some nice recipes there. Today I make a variation with two fantastic green herbs from the mint family, a very famous family from the Mediterranean in ancient times, rosemary and thyme. Thyme is a small amount only, and a very powerful flavor, very strong. And rosemary also strong flavor, but more pleasant. This can be really harsh when you take too much. You can ruin the whole flavor. Thyme is powerful. Rosemary too, but not so medicinal, right? Medical. Has a more medical flavor than thyme. And the benefits are various benefits. To make it easy, the rosemary has been always been used from the Egyptian times already, back thousands of years, for enhancing the memory and brain health. Really, there are scientifically proven benefits. And macular degeneration, so these kind of things. Wonderful, powerful medical uses. All these mint family herbs like basils, oregano, there are many others. They have all kinds of different uses, and they have been used all the time, have been cultivated even. So the thyme is the herb for fighting acne when you have these blisters, or you have a cough. Yeah, can alleviate a cough, and other things. Can even fight cancer in some cases. So there's a lot of things about thyme that's very strong. Of course, the culinary use, how to use it in flavors. That is here important in the juice. I want to characterize the beet and kale flavor with these fantastic green herbs. Let's see how that works. And then I have a lemon and a ginger root, summer ginger root, 3-4 inches, and a nice lemon here, peeled. And these are usually added to juices oftentimes to enhance the other flavors. Not so much to make a new flavor like the thyme and the oregano, the rosemary. They are introduced here to change the flavor, to give it a new direction. Lemon and ginger is just to enhance the other flavors. Now, lemon is a very high antioxidant, keeps everything fresh, and ginger adds the fire, makes it the nutrients more efficient. The body can use it better, can better digest them. That's the ginger. And it helps also with the other flavors. And then I might add a little bit of lemon peel. Don't know yet. I saved the lemon peel. Sometimes I like to add it because it adds a very nice lemony flavor. But it's very strong, like the herbs. They are very strong lemon peels, but they have the best benefits from the whole lemon. The lemon peel, the yellow color, is that what makes the lemon so valuable, mostly. And but it can be too much. Yeah? If you have, especially have greens and green herbs like thyme and rosemary, powerful flavors, bitter flavors, a lot of bitterness in there, and the kale can be bitter too. And then it can be too much of the lemon peel. What I find out while juicing, I'll tell you when I come back. And the juice is ready, I tell you how much lemon peel I actually used. One thing more, kale here. If you make a kale juice, it's important, I cut that into small pieces, to understand for the flavor what it tastes like. Kale can be sweet and really powerful bitter. Depends on when it's harvested. Harvested after the first frost, so it's about winter. It's a winter vegetable, basically in Germany. It becomes a sweet flavor. It gets really rich in nutrients, full in nutrients, and the best, and it can even be sweet a little bit. When it's harvested before the first frost, it can be really harsh and bitter. And if you have that kind of kale, you can only take a smallest amount. If you take more, you ruin the whole juice. It will always taste bitter, no matter what you do. I did that once, and the juice was ruined. I drank it anyway, but it was hard. I couldn't serve it to others. But so make sure that your kale, that you know what kind of flavor you have. I have 2 leaves here, 2 kale leaves, large leaves with the stems just cut. And it will be a strong flavor. I hope it's cold in Germany. The frost was already there, so Maybe it is a good one. I taste a little bit. It seems okay. Let's see. So that's what you have to know. I want to share about the kale. So now I will juice it and come back in a second. I have a good liter juice now, and the color is beautiful, as usual with beet. Yeah, they always have a wonderful red color, powerful red color. Adding greens like kale makes it even deeper and more radiant, I would say. The play with colors can be fantastic, really, with food. I have so much fun creating new juices once a week because once a week I do my fasting. Fasting is important for our life, for our health, but it can also be a little bit dangerous if you overdo it. And when you have, for example, medication or under medication, you could ask a doctor if that is okay because the dosage can be changed by fasting. Or if you have a kidney problem, or if you're not really healthy, feeling great, that is a difficult thing. Then you should definitely ask a medical professional. Even after one day of fasting, there can be damage done. You feel tired all of a sudden and don't give anything about it, and then already the damage has been done in kidneys or so. So there's a risk, and it's not easy. But the gentle juice fasting, as I do it, is with juices, as I said. Here, I have these beautiful juices, and I drink a lot. That's very important. I need to drink 4 liters. Juice, water, tea, coffee, plant milks, veggie broth, you name it, whatever. And drinking is a lot important because there are so many toxins released from the body during fasting. That's why it's so important. It's a cleansing. These toxins have to be washed out of the body. Without the water, they stay in the body and can cause damage. So that's important. And so this juice is here a lot of fun because on a fasting day I also enhance my senses. Not so much energy is needed for digestion. Digestion rests. I reduce the calories. The body changes the mode, how it produces energy. The metabolism is changing. So there's a lot of changes during fasting, and the senses are heightened. I can feel more. I can see clearer. My thoughts are clearer. There are more thoughts. Something comes up that I've forgotten, and I can tidy up my memory. The body restores tissues, as in every night. A night is a fasting. Some countries say breakfast, breaking the fast. For the first meal in the morning, you break the fast. Some countries say it differently. But there is a reflection. It has been, fasting has been practiced in all cultures, all over the planet, simply because people didn't have enough food all the time. Fasting for 2 or 3 days was normal until you get food again. So that was always done. And during the fasting, the body has less calories than usually, and it begins to autophagy. That means it eats itself in a good way. When the cells of the body produce protein all the time, that's their job. 10,000 of proteins are produced all the time, for every single cell. And these proteins, they can be folded in the wrong way. There can be misproductions. And then there is garbage. And the garbage is stored somewhere in the cell and other places. And when you have a time of less food, the body begins to autophagy, to eat itself, to eat these garbages and to eliminate them. That's why fasting is so important. It's anti-aging. Fasting is an anti-aging. Autophagy is an anti-aging tool because when you don't do that, you get more and more garbage. You have always plenty of food. The body doesn't care for taking it away, for bringing the waste out. So taking it out, the garbage out. It just stores it in many, many places, and more and more storage, waste storage, reduces the anti-aging. Aging gets faster, and the more you age, the less you get rid of the garbage. So it's a vicious cycle. So it's important to always keep this process of eating yourself, so to say, alive. And as I said, fasting is not the only way to do that. There are foods that can help with that. Mainly that is, for example, beans, and nuts are important. Drinking water is very important to do that. So, but that is a whole different topic. What I'm saying here is that when the energy is high and the senses are more alert, I can taste better. I can make these experiments, and I can see it so clearly. The beautiful juices, they have such a beautiful color. That is also something I really enjoy, and um, I can learn how the ingredients play together. I can learn here about the thyme, about the rosemary, what they do to the flavor of a dish. Yeah, I learned already in other recipes earlier that thyme can be very heavy and powerful. And if you overdo it, as I said before, you can ruin the whole flavor. It can be just too heavy and too dense, like a medical, like a medicinal ingredient. And you don't want to add too much. It can be in a small amount. It can be delicious, very nice. And the rosemary I can use a little bit more. I love this, and they give it really a powerful, dense flavor. The whole juice. So I did not use all of the lemon. I just have 1/4 lemon left. I tried it halfway through the juicing, and I felt it's a little bit light, lemony, a little bit too lemony. So I let 1 piece of lemon away and added 2 pieces of this peel, 2 or 3 pieces. That gives it a little bit more earthy flavor, more lemony flavor, not so light only, silvery, more lemony, more dense, more earth-like. And now it's balanced. Lemon peel was important here, not too much. I have these bitter tones from the thyme and from the oregano, from the rosemary already, so I balanced a little bit with the peel, the lemon. Also, I noticed my oranges here, I had juice oranges, they were a little bit sour. It always depends what you get in the shops, you know. These oranges were a little bit sour, so I couldn't use too much lemon, and instead a lemon peel, and more of the pear, as I said before, mainly because of the oranges that were a little bit sour here. All these are small things, changes in the ingredients, so you always have to adjust a little bit with the recipes, with the measurements. Yeah? When I say 1:1 ratio, veggie and fruit, 1:1 to make it nice, with the bitter flavor and the sweet and sour. That is with a grain of salt, because here I need a little bit more fruit and so forth. You always check with your ingredients. So now I come to the juice to taste it. Here is the juice, and I have seen the color is beautiful and the texture is nice. These juices can be very light and runny and a little bit heavier and creamier, also depending, of course, on the ingredients. The pears make it always a little bit creamier, and for example, if the beet is a little bit older and soft, it gets creamier. The beet is crispy and young, it gets a little runnier, and these kind of things. But you see the juice. First I will taste it. I'll taste it first before I show you the juice. Let's see. Yeah. I can taste a little bit of the pear. It's a little bit more pear. That's very nice. The pear also has a little bit of bitter flavor. Pears are also, there are so many different pears, right? The one you get tastes always a little bit different than the other one. And so it gives the juice a character. But it's very nice together with the beet. Beet and pear is a wonderful combination. And the whole juice here is, of course, a complex flavor. It's hard to tell what's in it. When you taste like that, it's very hard. 9 ingredients, and it's really hard to tell what it is. All the ingredients are nicely embedded. Just the pear is a little bit there, and the others are pretty melting into it. So it's a wonderful flavor, nicely balanced, not too sour, not too sweet, not too harsh from the herbs, from the greens. That's here in these juices with kale and rosemary, and so that is important, that it is not leaning over too much in this bitter, heavy side. And that's good. And the rest should be round, more sweet a little bit than more beet or so to make it sweeter and heavier. These kind of things, sometimes you need to adjust to make a juice and it doesn't taste perfect in the first moment. Find out how to change it. But I will all recommend to begin with a very simple juice. For example, when you make a beet juice, that's not simple. Beet juice is already a complicated juice. You begin with a carrot juice maybe. That is very easy. You can just juice a carrot, a veggie juice, carrots, and you'll be happy. When the carrot is beautiful and fresh and young. When the carrot is a little bit older, a little bit more bitter, more earth flavors, you just add an apple or you add an orange and you have wonderful juice. These are classics. Yeah. And then you can begin with beet juices maybe and add a pear, yeah, or an orange. You get delicious beet juice and ginger you like. Yeah. And so these kind of things I would do first. When I make juices, I begin very simple with all my recipes. That's what I always do. And then I get more complex. And this year is already a very complicated juice with 9 ingredients, beets and kales. Yeah. Here you see the color, you see the texture. It's a little bit creamier than others, but that's very nice. I can drink this juice very slowly, and like a meal on a regular day when I eat. Whole food plant-based diet is my diet for every day, and once in a while, once a week, I do a fasting day. I don't eat at all, no fiber. That's what the fiber is here. Basically from the juice, from the ingredients that remains. That is not what cannot be digested by the body by itself. The bacteria in the gut, they do that. They love it. They need to thrive with these fibers. So on a regular day, fiber is one of the most important parts of the food. On a fasting day, I leave it away to get the lighter digestion, to slow it down, and to have these cleansing processes, to have that enforced. So, but as I said, it's gentle. I take the juices. You can also fast with water. That can be a little bit harsher. But with juices, you have some calories, you have some nutrients. Yeah, you can be gentle to yourself, and it's also easy to keep it up, to keep going over years and decades. Yeah, always, every day. Has become a part every week. It has become a part of my diet. It's a firm part of my diet, like the pause in a piece of music. The pause in a music piece can make the music even more beautiful. It's a part of it. So the fasting is a part of my diet. And I will now drink this juice slowly, sip by sip, as when the digestion rests. No digestion. The fiber is away, there's no need. The nutrients and the sugar, everything goes directly into the bloodstream. And if you drink it fast, it gets a spike, sugar spike that's called. It can cause unpleasant side effects, can make you dizzy or shaky, whatever. I wouldn't do that. I drink it slowly, even with experience. I drink it slowly always, and I enjoy every single sip. It's so nice to have these enhanced taste bud sensitivity, and you taste it, and the whole body tastes it. You really feel what happens with the kale and the beet and the body and the thyme and the rosemary. They do something. They have amazing benefits, and a fasting day is perfect to explore these, to enjoy these with all the senses. So that's what I do, and then after I have drunk it, I will find out what it's like. Yeah. The first sip here, the first little teaspoon, gives me only an idea of it. Yeah. It's very the tip of the tongue where it touches. But when I drink it whole, then the whole body knows it. Yeah. And if I do it every week, the body knows it more and more. I get more and more experience. So I need some time to find out about these ingredients. And the knowledge is precious to me as a chef because I use these ingredients in other foods on a regular day too. I use the thyme, I use the rosemary, and it's so nice to use all these different plants in our meals because that's one of the greatest gifts from nature. We can have all these plants. And since I've been vegan, this journey began only. I always cooked for my friends, for family. We were little already in kitchen, I could help. But I basically used the same recipes, the same ingredients. The others I didn't know. But since I go vegan, I've been vegan, all these plants, these thousands and thousands of plants, come to my attention at first. Isn't that fine? Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe, MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day to enjoy the endless vegan variety. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and X. And at the Facebook page called Tree Yoga Moon Fasting, the Tree Yoga style is where the Gentle Juicefasting comes from. Yeah, so that page is called Tree Yoga Moon Fasting, And there you find all the juice recipes, the videos, and a moon fasting calendar for the best fasting days, but that's all secondary. Most important, once a week, forever. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you soon.